what's this story about? Well, this story is called the Witte Wieven.
There's something mysterious going on. There's this dark woods there that is inhabited by these ghostly creatures.
The heart of the film is the story of freedom, her struggles to conceive, paired with being cast out by her restrictive religious community, reflect modern-day issues that many women still face today. And therefore, we feel it's important to tell this story now.
What does it mean to be a woman in the Middle Ages, to grow up in a small village, to don't know anything about the rest of the world?
I did a lot of brainstorming with Mark Nolkempe. I gave him information on folklore, I suggested literature to him. And eventually, when the script was more in a complete phase, I also translated the dialogues. He wrote them in Dutch, and I translated those in Saxon for him. And then later, I also got involved when we really went through with having the dialogues in the movie in Saxon. I also started coaching the actors of the movie.
I think it's gonna be such a great thing for people to experience, because it's a beautiful language and it's really a language that represents that time era.
Ziet u dat je niet? Die zoeken zit met een jonk.
It's always cool to learn a skill for a character. And I think with also learning a new language, it changes your presence in a way. I think people change as soon as you decide to talk in a different way, or even like for me now, example, I'm talking English, it changes you a bit.
Verles je nederige diener om reden deze twijfel is onliefd.
Having Hops, the museum, as the base, as the design for our movie, it was such a gift. Aan. The people who are working at Hops, they know like all about those nice details. What is for a designer such a blessing.
When he goes away. Yeah. Witte Wieven means wise woman, like Witte is witty. It's kind of like a karma-based system that if you have good intentions, they can help you. If you have bad intentions, they can kill you. It really lends itself to be a very scary horror film. Some of us, including myself, have worked on big Hollywood films as concept artists, so we were able to bring that knowledge and those techniques to our small indie film. To have a flash-style artwork and to be able to communicate an idea visually to the rest of the team is an invaluable tool. It makes the vision clear and honestly excited our team. They could also see what the film could be. With small productions and a tight budget, every second on set counts, so there's barely time to explore. So I wanted to plan as much as we could during pre-production so that we had time to play and discover things without the clock bearing down on us. One of the first things I did was to scan our medieval village with my iPad. With our raw data, we had a lot of measurements captured digitally where all the houses were, how wide and high they were, where trees were located. Then using software called Unreal Engine, I was able to clean up those scans and make it all look as photoreal as possible. Now, with a digital version of the set, we were able to generate concept arts based on the actual location. So in that phase, we explored the mood and feeling. We were also able to use this for storyboards for the entire film, where we were going to place cameras, what lenses to use, and where to place lights. As well as visual effects, we were able to plan and prep for set extension work and digital map paintings.
My favorite things to do during this shoot was actually work with fire. Not only did we use a lot of fire, it also most of the times it's just our key lights. So having a natural source to work with and just to make sure that the lights also complement it and not take over, but also not also underpower it, was such a journey to do. For instance, we were walking through the forest with torches and just using that in the right angle to make sure that it pops out of the actor's face was just a blast.
We had a lot of challenges we were not able to prepare for, like working with animals. The fog, that was an important story element that had a will on its own. And the weather, sudden snowstorms and extremely cold conditions.
So for the shots that we actually did outside during the snow, we had very narrow contact with production design to make sure that everything that we saw in frame was cleared of snow. Well, keep in mind we were shooting in a prehistoric village and there was no electricity and there was no hot running water. So production design had a hell of a job to clear everything and brush everything off all day, and they did a terrific job.
Despite the challenges, the good attitude, strong will and passionate focus of our team made it happen. You can do a lot with a little, and I believe that limitations can bring out the most creative solutions. Deeply love films with practical effects. I always feel it is better, it is more real.
Main goal was to do as much practical as we could. DJ really wanted to have everything physically there as much as we could afford in time and a budget. The most challenging part was applying the makeup on the actress. And the makeup process was, I think, about 4 hours with 3 people. Super extensive with a full headpiece, a nose, a chin, hands, arms, and a full body paint. Long shooting days in very cold weather, and 4 hours of makeup, maybe 8 hours of shooting, and then another hour of removal. So they were long, long days.
I think I never had so much fun before, but it was also funny because the story we are telling is quite serious and the emotions are extremely strong. Lots of fear, despair. it's I don't know. It was cool to have this opposite emotions and feelings in the make-up truck.
Oh, dat ziet er goed vies uit, zeg. Oh, dat ziet er echt mooi. Vieze nagels. Zeker.
The true challenge was to manufacture that all with a small Dutch television budget. But with our fantastic team, a clear vision, with a tremendous amount of preparation, and our never-ending passion, we were able to make a medieval film work on a shoestring budget. There are so many more folk stories to tell that are authentic to the Netherlands, and we are eager to be able to tell those on a bigger scale in the future and bring them to you.